Estoy ocupado, no puedo. What's up, everyone? What's up? No puedo ir. What's up, Apple Ricky? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? What up, dude? Apple Ricky, do you know that the actor John Frank was actually 24 when he played Isaac, Children of the Corn? I thought he was 12 or 13 when he played Isaac. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that either, Apple Ricky. I'm older than you, and you showed me something. That's cool, though. Sky Harshman says, hello. What's up, Sky Harshman? How you doing? How you doing? If you're new here, welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. Today is Horror Sundays, episode 30. I think 33. I want to say it's 33, but I have to double check again, you know. But yeah, what's up? My name is Frank. Welcome, like, and subscribe. Smash the thumbs up right there. Please, if you're a horror fan, please like and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. Come on. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Whoever is there. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up so more people could join us here on the live stream. Welcome, everyone. Today we got some horror movie news. Yeah, we got some. I think we got some. I gotta double check. I think we got some horror movie news. There's some Superman news. I think there's a lot of Spider-Man news coming out right now. Like a lot of it. We'll see right now, though. Let's let some more people join up. It's still early in the chat. It's only 5:05. It is only 5:05 here on the chat. So yeah, let's let some more people join up. Oh, what's up, TCCK Gaming? How you doing, bro? How you doing? Glad to see you here, man. Glad to see you here. How you doing, TCCK Gaming? How you doing, little brother? How you doing? Glad to see you here, man. Glad to see you here. Let me see. TCCK Gaming says, yo, I just got back from San Diego. That was an amazing concert. Awesome. That's badass. TCCK Gaming. What movie did you, what movie? What concert you go see? What band? What singer? Let us know. TCCK Gaming. Let us know what singer or band you went to go see. What performer was it, bro? Let us know. Come on. I like music too. I like music too. TCCK, TCCK Gaming. I like music as well, brother. Please let me know. And smash the thumbs up. Yeah, please TCCK. Please smash the thumbs up, bro. Please. So more people could join us here in the live. TCCK Gaming. Hell yeah, dude. Glad to see you here as well, though. Glad to see you're doing okay, bro. Glad to see you're doing okay. Glad to see you got back from your trip all right. That's awesome. Hell yeah. That is awesome, yo. Let me see. I gotta find, what is it called? I forgot what it was called. YouTube right here. Jacob always says, "Hi, buddy. Start painting like dog. Start painting like dog." What does that mean? That sounds pretty funny though. Start painting like dog. I'm in a band, so that sounds something like something funny. I could probably use in one of my lyrics for my songs. Start painting like a dog. Hey, thanks a lot, Jacob. Boy. Thanks a lot, man. You just gave me some inspiration for some lyrics for my songs that I'm writing for my band. We got a new album coming out soon, hopefully next summer. By next summer or next fall. Thanks for the inspo, Jacob Boy. If you're a horror fan, please like and subscribe to the channel. This is Hollywood Horror Film Club. My name is Frank. Today is Horror Sundays, episode 33. Like and subscribe. Spinosaurus, yo, what up, my boy Spino? How you doing, Spinosaurus? How you doing? Let me see Spino. Yo, that Friday the 13th movie trailer looks so good. Can't wait for the movie. Oh, yeah, bro. I forgot as well. Yeah, I did drop the trailer for my Friday the 13th fan film, huh? I forgot about it because I've been doing stuff. I've been finishing up props for the ending of the movie. I've been finishing up props, and yeah, that trailer was fun to make. That trailer was fun to make. I tried my best to make it look kind of like the 2009 trailer because this is supposed to be kind of like a sequel to that. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to finish it. Honestly, a good thing that you mentioned the movie right now because on Wednesday I'm only gonna be going live for like about an hour. Yeah, only for like about an hour because I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go shoot the ending of the Friday the 13th fan film on Wednesday night. I have a 2 or 3 day shoot this weekend, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna have to like only do a like an hour live stream this upcoming Wednesday for Horror Talk Wednesdays because I'm gonna be shooting Wednesday night, Thursday night, um, and Friday possibly and Saturday too because I also gotta finish my other friends YouTube. YouTube. What is it called? Fucking his music video as well, you know. So yeah, Apple Ricky says that's crazy how the actor that played Isaac was 24. Yeah, that's crazy. I gotta look into that. I didn't know that, Apple Ricky. I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm really like, what? That's crazy. I didn't know that. Gabby Aguilar says, I want my cat. Awesome. You like cats and what is it? Gabby Aguilar, you like cats? I got like 2 cats here at my house as well. Yeah, cats are awesome. I love cats. I love cats as well. Let me see. How do I download this app again, bro? That's crazy. That's crazy. Hell yeah, that's crazy. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, everyone. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Damn, bro. I'm going to have to re-log into this. Crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, but yeah, we're going to start getting into some horror movie news right now in a bit, guys. Oh, yeah, I also got to put the... I'll be back, guys. Let me just put the link to this live stream in my YouTube, on my Instagram. I'm back. I am back. Yeah, so hell yeah, we're at 18. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for smashing that thumbs up right there. Thank you so much. Yo, I'm back. My bad, I took long. I had some comments I hadn't checked out. So I'm gonna reply to them later, though. I should have done that days ago, though. Damn, that's crazy, yo. That's crazy. That's great. Is anyone here gonna go to Halloween Horror Nights? Let me know. Is anyone here gonna go to Halloween Horror Nights? Hey, and TCCK Gaming, what band did you see, bro? Let me know if you're still there. What band did you see? What band did you go see, bro? Let me see. TCK Gaming says, have you heard of the Ghastly ones? Norman Cabrera is the drummer. Nah, I haven't heard of the Ghastly ones, bro. I haven't heard of them. I haven't heard of them. I gotta check it out now, though. The Ghastly ones. I don't think I could play their music on here, though. I'm pretty sure it's copyrighted. But yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I gotta check it out. Apple Ricky says, I would love to go to Horror Nights. Yeah, Horror Nights is gonna be cool. Horror Nights is gonna be cool. The cheapest ticket is like $77. I was looking at it last night. I'm probably gonna get it next week after I'm done filming Friday the 13th. Probably gonna get it. I really want to see that Jason, the Friday the 13th maze they're gonna do. I really, really want to see that Friday the 13th maze they're gonna do. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, yo. Yeah, hell yeah, we're at 20, guys. Yeah, let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Who else are they gonna have at Horror Nights? I already forgot. Oh yeah, they're also gonna have Terrifier. That's probably like the main reason why I want to go. It's just to see the Jason maze, the Jason Universe maze, and the Terrifier maze mainly. That's my only priority. Low key, if I get into those early, I'll probably just go home after, or I'll probably just walk around the park, or I'll probably just buy stuff, you know, because like it's gonna be hard to get into those mazes all night. There's gonna be long lines for Jason and Terrifier for sure, for sure. That's why I'm probably gonna try to go in September, maybe the first week or maybe the first week that it opens or whatever. You know, I'm gonna try to get in there early, try to like right when they let you rush in the gate. I'm just gonna go straight to Jason, get in there quick, and then get out, and then go to Terrifier. Bam! Make sure I get in there quick, because those are gonna have huge lines. Apple Ricky says, I would love to. Oh, yeah. Spinosaurus says, have you seen Weapons? It's a new movie out. It's horror. I don't know if it's worth checking out. It looks good. And the review's also really good on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, I heard about it. I've been hearing about it, dude. I've been hearing about it. I haven't seen it, though. I haven't seen it, so I can't say too much about it, you know? Can't say too much about it. I haven't seen it, though. Yeah, I heard it's crazy, though. I heard it's crazy. I did mention it here on last week's movie news. Yeah, but I have been hearing that it's pretty good. I gotta check it out sometime. I've got to check it out sometime. Critic Chris says, hey Frank, everyone, what's up, Critic Chris? How you doing, bro? How you doing? Glad to see you here on the channel again, bro. Another Horror Sundays. Today's episode 33, bro. Today is episode 30. I think it's 33. I wanna say. I'm still not too sure if it's 32 or 33, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's 33. But yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, Critic Chris. Really appreciate it, bro. Really appreciate it. Can you please smash the thumbs up, Critic Chris? Get us up to 21, bro, so more people could join us here, bro. Before I get into the horror movie news, you know, about to get into the horror movie news right now in a bit. Let me see. We're at 5:15 already. We're at 5:15. I'm about to get into the news right now. About to get into the horror movie news. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I don't even think there's a lot of horror movie news right now. There's a lot of freaking Spider-Man news, though, for sure. There's a lot of that. There is a lot of Spider-Man news. Oh, guys, just in case you didn't know, Scary Movie 6 is casting. So whoever is 18, I think they want 18-year-olds and stuff for those movies. Yeah, whoever's 18, like, go sign up, dude. They're casting for Scary Movie 6. That's crazy. I saw it on my Instagram. It's like some advertising. I signed up. I think I've been getting emails, but I haven't responded to them. Apple Ricky says, you think I'd be good playing Isaac in a remake? Yeah, why not? Maybe we could, maybe Isaac could be a girl now or something, you know, switching around a bit. Switching around. Just make sure we have the group of evil kids, you know, that live in the cornfield and the abandoned town. But yeah, it would be cool too to have a girl be like the female Isaac, you know. That'll be interesting to see too, because there is lady preachers too, nuns that are crazy, just like preachers, just like basically Isaac was like a little preacher, you know. He was going off the Bible. He was like the children of the corn. They were like Mormons, bro. Apple Ricky, they were like Mormons, you know. So like anything that was blasphemy against God, that's why they would kill people, pretty much, you know. Anyone from the modern world, you know, they would kill them if they wandered in their town. Critic Chris says 18. I figured they want people in their 20s. Well, 18, you're a legal adult, you know, so you could already freaking You could already do scenes by yourself and stuff, you know. They probably want 18-year-olds maybe for like high school scenes or something like that, or party scenes, you know, just to have younger. I mean that's crazy because like 18-year-olds could play 20-something-year-olds, you know, because some 20-something-year-olds look like 18-year-olds. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yes, Critic Chris, look it up. I think you could, if you guys want to sign up, I think you can look it up on Google. Just Google Scary Movie 6 casting call. There was a casting call though. Just letting y'all know. Just letting y'all know. Just letting y'all know. Hell yeah. How's everyone's Sunday today? How did everyone spend their Sunday today? Let me know. Let me know in the chat, guys. How did everyone spend their Sunday today? Did y'all do anything special? Did y'all kick it with your family? Have a barbecue? Go to church? Or, you know, whatever you do on Sunday? Let me know, guys. Let me know. Let me know. Let me see. What else? Hell yeah, we're at 22. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for smashing that thumbs up, people. I really appreciate it. Let me see. What was that looking for? I haven't heard any news from Friday the 13th. Let's see, horror movie. Oh, hold on. Trying to find Art the Clown news, y'all. Trying to find Art the Clown news, but I don't know, bro. I think a lot of YouTubers are just rehashing old news just to make videos, just to get views. Because I've been googling new info and there's no new info. There's only info on like the Terrifier maze and stuff like that. Let me see. TCCK Gaming says the Ghastly Ones are a gothic surf band. They are awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me see it. I'm gonna check them out right now, but I'm not gonna play their music though. This is for sure. Their music's copyrighted, bro. They were just playing a freaking concert. You said. That boy Stitch said, laid back, prepping for a path to take in my learnings. That's awesome. That's awesome, that boy Stitch. How you doing, that boy Stitch? If you're new here, welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. Today is Horror Sundays, episode 33. So if you're a fan of horror movies, blood, and gore, anything gothic and scary, you're at the right place. So please like and subscribe, smash the thumbs up right there. Join us in the chat right here. So what was it again? Ghastly Ones. The Ghastly Ones? Okay, I see. Oh, you got good taste. Hey, TCCK Gaming, you got good taste. This is an older band. TCCK Gaming, yeah, you got good taste, bro. I give you props. This is an older band. This is an older band. They even come up with one of my favorite bands, Agent Orange. There's like another punk rock, kind of gothic sounding punk rock band as well from the 80s, just like TSOL as well. Yeah, but yeah, this isn't a music channel, but yeah, music's cool too. I love music as well. I'm probably gonna start going live on my music channel, just talking about music and whatever I know about music and stuff. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. That's cool. This is an older band, TCK Gaming. This is an older band. I'm gonna be honest, I never really heard of this band. I know a few of my friends have mentioned them before, but I never really heard them. I seen this T-shirt before though. I seen one of my friends. His name's Ren. He's an older guy. I think he might have had one of their T-shirts like this or something. Yeah, but this is an older band. Yeah, that's good. That's badass. TCCK Gaming. Hell yeah. TCCK Gaming says, "What's your music channel?" My music channel is right here. It's connected to this channel, bro. Just go to my main. Just go to my home page here on my YouTube channel. Scroll down, and you're gonna see my skateboarding channel called RDN Skateboards, and you're gonna see my band called Urethra Band. That's my band. That's where I do all my music stuff right there. Also check us out on Spotify, bro. I'm playing with a new bass player. I'm teaching him my songs. We should be playing our first show like in I'm thinking maybe September in Pasadena, Old Town Pasadena, the pub right there. We should be playing there. Let me see. That boy Stitch says, "Yeah, I saw the Bloodlines movie from the Final Destination series. Not gonna lie, going to stay up next time. I watch it here soon. Yeah, the Final Destination Bloodlines is badass. I think it's probably my favorite Final Destination movie. Honestly, it was really cool. I like that it was super fast paced. The kills were fast, gory, brutal. Hell yeah, I liked it, bro. And I like that it actually. I like that it wasn't just some random, it wasn't just some like in the older Final Destination movies. It was literally just like random occurrences, pretty much. You know, it was just wrong place at the wrong time kind of stuff. But in this new one, I like how they gave it depth, though. You know, I like how they gave it depth. Remember when the girl tries to connect all the events together in the living room and everyone's all freaking out on her? Yeah, dude, I like that they try to give it some depth and try to explain what this force is that comes after them, you know? I like that they try to explain it. The new Final Destination movie felt more like a slasher movie because the deaths felt more coordinated. You know, they felt more planned out because they try to give this presence that kills people in that movie some kind of depth, some kind of story. You know how they said how that blonde lady not dying in the beginning in that tower, she screwed over all the people that were supposed to die, and death comes back for its people no matter what. Yeah, dude, it was a great movie. I saw it for free thanks to Bloody Disgusting. They invited me to a free screening. It was awesome. I loved it. I loved it. Hey, stop chewing that, man. What are you doing? TCK, oh yeah, we're there. TCK Gaming says 1990s isn't that old in my opinion. It's not, bro. 1990s. I was born 1991. I'm 34. That's not even that old. It's not that old. Compared to like, let me see, freaking the 50s, the 40s. You know, that's old. People just try to make it seem like you're old in your 20s and 30s just to make you go work a job, bro. Just so you become a slave wage, you know? And just work. You know, that's why a lot of people when you turn like about 25, like I should know, I'm 34. Like when you turn about 25, a lot of people start telling, oh, start having kids, start having a family and stuff. Why? Because they just want you to become a slave wage just to work, just to keep the economy going, you know? That when especially us dudes, us guys, we stay pretty young for a while. Apple says, "Am I the only one who thinks it's hilarious when dogs roll in shit?" Hey, that's what they do, Apple. That's what they do. That's what they do. Trust me, I know. I have a gang of dogs. Well, I only have 2 dogs now, but I had 3. But yeah, my dog that I used to have outside, his name was Skinny. Rest in peace. You used to just give him a shower. You know what you know what he would do? He would run to the where he poops and just start rolling in the dirt. On the poopy dirt, he just start rolling in it. Yeah, dogs are crazy. TCK Gaming says, "Ooh, I might show up. Pasadena isn't far away from me." Yup. It's gonna be fun, bro. It's gonna be fun. Check out our music, TCCK Gaming. Also, check us out on Spotify, bro. Please check us out on Spotify, guys. Guys, if you guys like punk rock music or rock and roll music, check out my band on Spotify, Urethra Band. You're gonna see a picture of me with my guitar right there in black and white. And yeah, thank you so much, TCCK Gaming. I'll let you know when all that starts going down. I'll let you know when all that starts going down. After this month, we should probably be ready to go already. Anyway, Ryan Miller says, "What up, Frank? What up, bro? How you doing, Ryan Miller? How you doing? Glad to see you here on another episode of Horror Sundays, bro. Today's episode 33, bro. Glad to see you here again, man. Glad to see you're doing okay, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Please smash the thumbs up if you haven't, bro. Let us know how your day was, Ryan. Hey, Ryan. Ryan, let us know how your day was, brother. Let us know how you spent your day. Critic Chris says, "I think it's when you're in your 60s to be considered old." Yeah, that is true because honestly, that whole stuff being old in your 30s, it's kind of outdated. It's kind of outdated, especially with millennials like me, because a lot of millennials don't even look their age, you know? Like when I shave and I clean up and like fix my hair up, a lot of people tell me I look like about 20 something, you know? I'm really 34 though. But that's what I mean is millennials don't look their age. So a lot of those thoughts of being old in your 30s, it's like it's kind of outdated for our generation. Like it made sense in the 80s and 90s and 60s and 70s and stuff like that for someone to be considered old in their 30s because people used to look older back then. They used to age faster back then, in my opinion. Especially teenagers used to look older back then. So it made more sense for that, you know, for that belief to go around. But in modern times, I don't think so, especially now with millennials and Gen Z who don't even look their age, you know? Apple Ricky says John Franklin Isaac, actor, was supposed to be the voice of Chucky before Brad Dourif took over. Instead, he voiced the Good Guy commercial. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. I remember hearing that in one of the Chucky documentaries. One of the countless Child's Play documentaries on YouTube. Yeah, I remember hearing that. Honestly, I love Brad though. I love Brad Dourif. He's just got that bad boy voice. Brad Dourif is like that old school bad boy from the 50s that didn't give two spits about anything, you know? He'd probably have a cigarette in his ear and smoking one, probably have a comb in his back pocket, greasing his long hair back, maybe a leather jacket or like a flannel. Yeah, I love Brad Dourif because he gave Chucky was a bad boy, honestly. He was a freaking murderer and a bank robber, Charles Lee Ray, you know? So yeah, Brad Dourif gave him that edgy, like that old school criminal edge, you know, from the 70s and 80s. I like the first Child's Play movie a lot because it really gives the first Chucky movie is really scary. It's dark, and then it takes place in old school 80s Chicago, you know? It's just the setting was perfect. The mighty Sparrow says, age is just a number. It shows how you feel and act and shows your age. Yeah, bro, you're so right. That's why I'm glad I still play in a band, bro. And they don't, rock stars don't lie when they tell you that rock and roll keeps you young, bro. You know why? Because when you play with your band, you're jumping around to fast energy music, you know? That's something someone in their 20s and 30s would be doing, you know? So yeah, dude, yeah, it does keep you young. Hell yeah. What's up, Mighty Sparrow? Glad to see you here, bro. Glad to see you here on another Horror Sundays. Today's episode 33 here on the channel, bro. Glad to see you here. Let us know how your day was, bro. Mighty Sparrow, let us know how your day was. How'd you spend your day? Ryan Miller says, my day was good. NFL started today. Awesome, bro. Thank you for the hearts right there. Awesome, Ryan Miller. Glad to hear your day was awesome, bro. Hell yeah, I had a good day too myself. Critic Chris says, David Warner was considered to be Freddy before Robert Englund. Yup, I remember that too. I remember that too. Fun fact, also as well, Robert Englund. England used to be like a stagehand, like a set hand, the original Halloween 1978. Robert Englund. Robert Englund in 1978 was helping out on the set of Halloween 1978. I heard John Carpenter and Deborah Hill would make them pick up the fake leaves, the fake fall leaves that they would throw on the floor because they were shooting the movie during the spring of 78, you know? And you could tell in the movie because in some scenes there's sun, then some scenes it's cloudy, you know? You could tell it just rained. But yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, Robert Englund is awesome, bro. He's badass. I wish he could come back as Freddy one more time. Um, I wish he could play Freddy in my Freddy versus Michael fan film. That would be awesome. Apple Ricky says, would you rather name your future son Isaac or Malachi from Children of the Corn? I prefer Isaac. I prefer Isaac, Apple Ricky. I prefer Isaac. Isaac, because Isaac is also a Mexican name. I met plenty of Mexican little cousins and stuff growing up named Isaac. You know, it's also a Mexican name, just as well as a white name as well. Yeah, I would rather go with Isaac though. It sounds cooler, sounds darker, sounds edgier. Malachi, I don't know. They'll probably make fun of my kid if he was named that. So I'd rather go with Isaac. So fools know not to mess with Isaac. Critic Chris says, I'm in my 40s. At times I felt old. Got little gray hairs. I get gray hairs too, bro. Don't even trip. Bro, don't even trip about gray hairs. I be seeing my niece sometimes has gray hairs. That's because sometimes your hair pigment just dries out. But yeah, bro, no, I got my homie. He's like 40 something as well, and he still goes out to the clubs and night bars with us. I got another homie who's like 40 something as well, and he still works at the bars and stuff. You know, age is just a number, bro. Jose Gomez says, God doesn't care about me. I'm watching Stephen King's Sleepwalkers 1992. Yes, he does, bro. Yes, he does care about you, Jose Gomez. Go to church and you'll see, bro. And yes, that's a badass movie, Sleepwalkers 1992. Another great classic 90s horror movie. Apple Ricky says, I love Robert Englund. Yes, he is awesome. Apple Ricky says, nobody will be Robert Englund as Freddy. Nah, he's always going to be the iconic original Freddy. But I thought Jackie Earl Haley from the reboot was actually pretty good because he actually gave Freddy that real creep factor that I can't say on here, you know? He actually made Freddy actually kind of creepy, dude. I never thought Robert Englund's Freddy was creepy even as a kid. Even as a kid, I just thought he was funny. Probably the scariest he seemed was in the first Nightmare movie because they keep him in the shadows hidden. But then the later movies, they start showing him more because of the more comedic aspects about him. And it just wasn't scary, you know? It wasn't scary. I honestly thought Jackie Earl Haley's Freddy was more scarier. He was shorter. He walked around like some kind of little goblin and stuff with a big freaking glove with knives on it. Apple Ricky says, do you ever think Isaac is Damien's older brother because they act the same and think Isaac is also the devil's son? Yeah, that is a good connection. That is a good connection, Apple Ricky. That is a very good connection. Smart kid right there. Smart kid, because it does seem like the Children of the Corn and the Omen could be in the same universe. It does seem like it. It's. I wouldn't be surprised if one day it is, you know. But yeah, Apple Ricky, good connection right there. That's a very smart, good connection right there. Yeah, they do look like they could align. It does look like you could make a movie with bringing them both together. You know, that'll be awesome. VD says Blob. Yes, I've seen Blob. The Blob. The Blob is an original, I think, 50s creature feature, nah? Yeah, it's an original creature feature from the 50s, I think, or 60s, one of them. Pretty sure it's the 50s or 60s. Yeah, it doesn't matter though. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's from that time, from the Greaser times. And yes, and then there was that remake from the 80s. I like the remake from the 80s. It's the first one I saw as a kid. And then later on, I saw the original because my dad used to like watching old black and white stuff too as well. My uncle too, back in like the 90s and early 2000s. So they would watch all those old 50s movies and shit. But yeah, I love the Blob, bro. I love the remake from the 80s. Like I said, it was a badass remake, badass movie. There's this awesome scene where the Blob pulls this dude through a freaking drainage pipe on the sink. He pulls a whole man. The Blob pulls a whole man through the drain pipe on the sink. You know the sink where you wash your dishes and shit? Yeah, he pulls a whole dude down through that shit. That traumatized me as like a 7-8-year-old. That was wild though. I think that's where my love for all like making movies came from though, all that stuff. Ryan Miller says Weapons was okay. The second half was better. Awesome, Ryan Miller. Awesome. I haven't seen Weapons, bro. I haven't seen Weapons yet. Like I said, I can't say too much about it, but I'm gonna try my best to check it out this week if I can. Because I got a busy week this week. I got a 2-day shoot, the ending of Friday the 13th, and then I gotta shoot the rest of my friend's music video as well. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I got a lot of stuff, and then probably some other stuff. Mine might go skate and film as well, but we'll see what else I can fit in there. But yeah, Apple Ricky says, like, look at the first Omen. Wasn't there a baby before Damien was born? What if that was Isaac? The first Omen, in the first Omen, didn't they mention that they've tried before to give birth to an Omen? And Damien's not the only one, right? So they tried. So yeah, it makes sense. There could be. There could be. Yeah, Apple Ricky. Yeah, like I said, that's a good connection. VD says, yeah. The Blob was crazy, bro. The Blob was crazy. And then they're in the tunnels with that freaking dirt bike. Yeah, with the chick on the back. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. That's an awesome movie. Loved it. That movie. I'm gonna be honest. That freaking that Blob remake from the 80s, like, is pretty relevant today. The messaging in the movie is pretty relevant today. Like, the message of the movie is not just the Blob causing disaster, but it's also like the government takeover of the town, you know, where the Blob is. Like, literally the town goes into martial law. There's like the army there, and there's like freaking dude with hazmat suits and shit, like terrorizing civilians as well. So yeah, that Blob movie, like the political messaging in it is pretty relevant today. Yeah, Apple Ricky says, also, what if Isaac and Damien are half siblings? Because I think the younger girls is Isaac's mother, is in Margaret. Apple Ricky, what about Damien's sister? Remember in the first Omen, Damien has a sister? What about her? You don't think she could have given birth maybe to when she grew up? You don't think she could have maybe given birth to Isaac herself? Apple Ricky, remember at the end of the first Omen? we find out that that Damien has a twin sister, whatever. So there could be a possibility that when she grew up, she could have given birth to Isaac. VD says exactly. Yup. VD knows what. VD knows what's up. VD knows what's up. VD sees through the through the political lies. VD sees through the political lies and the propaganda. I'm glad you mentioned that movie, VD. It is relevant to right now, especially what's going on. I don't want to mention all that here, though. It's a movie channel. Chris says, seeing TMNT, the movie, this Friday after seeing a poster for the Critters or Raphael, where do they come up with this stuff? Wait, there's a new TMNT movie? Chris, there's a new TMNT movie? Chris. Apple Ricky says, Layla could be Isaac's sister too. That is true. Let me see. TMNT, what? TMNT. Hey, Chris. Oh, original 90s film is back in theaters. Oh, that's sick. That is so sick, dude. The original film is back in theaters. That's awesome. I love the original ones. They were badass. I'm telling you, bro. I don't know why, but like the practical effects back then were just so like out of this world, bro. When I watch older movies with practical effects like that, like in TMNT, Never Ending Story, The Goonies, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, E.T., yeah, bro, it's because we didn't have CGI, so we had to get creative. We had to think outside, like literally double outside the box, you know? Like you're never gonna see special effects like that again, bro, unless there's a wave of new directors that are into all the practical stuff like me that bring it back, you know? Because I know some directors use practical stuff, but they blend it in with CGI and you can't even tell it's practical anymore, you know? Like Fede Alvarez, he used almost everything. I mean, everything was practical for Alien or Romulus. And all they did was just add a bit of CGI over the aliens and stuff. But you could still tell, you know, when they CGI over it. Like, I would try my best not even to, like, layer it with CGI. I would try to keep it old school, low budget, 70s, 80s, 60s, 50s, 90s, low budget, gory, you know, cheap. Look, I always think the cheaper the special effects look, the realer the gore looks. The messier the job, the realer it looks. Chris says, me too. VD says, I agree with you. Hell yeah, VD. VD, yeah, like I said, man, awesome that you pointed out that movie. Because like I said, yeah, it's like they sick politicize the shit out of it. Even in the 80s, before the government started doing takeovers like that on their own people, you know. Chris says the turtle suits look their best. Well, yeah, because it's crazy. They didn't have CGI back then, so they had to figure out a way to animate the eyes blink, get all the facial expressions, you know, like cheekbones moving, eyes rolling and stuff, tongues, you know, all that shit, you know. There was no CGI, bro, so they had to literally animate it practically, you know. There was stop motion too as well, but we were advanced at that point in the 80s, 70s and 80s. We were advancing past stop motion, and we were starting to have advanced animatronics and film, you know. Hence why we got those Ninja Turtles movies, why we got movies like Terminator, the first 1984 one, movies like Chucky, you know, because the animatronics improved, you know. Because before that, all that shit would have been stop motion. All those movies. And Terminator 84 actually had stop motion in it, but towards the end mainly. Everything else was like practical. Chris says that Apple Ricky says Layla's like 5 years older at the end of First Omen. Oh, she's like so Damien's younger? Apple Ricky, so Damien's the younger one? I thought they were okay, yeah, it makes sense now. It makes sense. VD says, I'm growing up my kids with a lot of stuff from 90s motion pictures. All new stuff are not welcome on my TV. Yeah, like my little sister and my other nieces, I show them all the stuff I watch, but the one that's really into all the stuff from the 90s, like I am, is my little sister, Jalen. She likes everything from the 90s and stuff. And yeah, but I let them watch stuff from now too, because there is some stuff that comes out now that they are gonna remember when they're older, you know? So you gotta let them watch some stuff, you know? You got VD, you gotta let them watch some stuff from their generation, you know? When they're older, you want them to remember. Like, say you go to a store or something and they see like a Coco Melon toy when they're like 20 or 18, like, oh, remember when you used to like Coco Melon when you were a kid, you know? So you gotta allow them some of their own generation stuff, you know? Because you know, I wouldn't be here doing this live stream if I didn't grow up seeing all the stuff I grew up seeing on TV as a kid, you know? I wouldn't be here. You know, so that's why I still let my little sister and my nieces still watch some of their own generation cartoons, so they have their own personal nostalgia, you know, and not me living vicariously through them. Apple Ricky says no. Damien was like 5 in the original. All right, all right, all right. Well, but in the first Omen, Apple Ricky, in the first Omen, who's older? I forgot who's older. The little sister. I forgot though. Apple who's older, Damien or his sister though? And the first Omen, who's older? I forgot who's older. So let me know, please, Apple Ricky. I forgot who's older. Who's older? All right, so yeah. I want to start getting into the first movie news, guys. We are here in the first movie news. We're going over the first movie news. Apple Ricky says, so what if the younger girl that had the 666 mark in her mouth, what if she's Isaac's mother? Because I think she was pregnant before Margaret was. That could be true too. That could be true too, Apple Ricky. That could be true too. Who knows? But that's a good theory though. That could be too, since she already had the 666. So that pretty much means she was already under some type of demonic possession or something, or ownership. Critic Chris says, Frank, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre also coming back to theaters. Awesome! I'm probably gonna have to go see that. Sorry guys, had a burp. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go see that. Definitely gonna have to go see that. I never saw that in theaters ever in my life. That movie, I saw that movie like freaking, like when that movie come out, 1974, 75. I was born 91. Shit. I probably didn't see that movie until like almost like 30 something years after it came out, you know? So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that one out in theaters. That one's up for sure. I want to go see Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith in theaters as well. Because I didn't get to see that one in theaters, bro. My brother bought the DVD from the bootleg DVD back in 2005, bro. May 2005. My little brother came back from the taco stand with the Star Wars Episode 3 DVD, and we just popped it in the PS2. We watched it, bro. Now there's pirating sites, but well, I'm pretty sure they were around back then too, though. But like, there was no Wi-Fi, and they had to watch it on the computer. But yeah, bro. I didn't see that in theaters as well. So I want to go see it in theaters. That was awesome. Apple Ricky says Layla and Damien are the same age. Oh, okay. I forgot, Apple Ricky. I haven't seen what's it called? First Omen in like a while. Crazy Girl Slay says, hi, sorry I took a break. It's all good, Crazy Girl Slay. No worries, no worries. I am always here. No worries. Sometimes people come and go, you know? This place is like a nightclub, you know? Some people come for a good minute, and then they stop coming for a while, and then they eventually show up again. So this place is like a nightclub. We see different names and faces here every week. So no worries, Crazy Girl. We're just glad to see that you're okay. Glad to see you're okay, Crazy Girl. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Crazy Girl. Get us up to 25. Please get us up to 25 so more people can join us here on the channel. On this live stream, Jose Gomez says Los Angeles, California is the city where the most Guatemalans live. I'm eating spaghetti and pupusas. Hell yeah. Yeah, shout out to all the Guatemalans out there. What's up, my people? Hell yeah. Yeah, pupusas is good. Obviously, we've already mentioned that here on the channel. And spaghetti is a bomb as well, bro. That's the Italian cuisine. Cousins of the Mexicans. Italian food. Yeah, I love spaghetti as well. Might see if we could make some this weekend. VD says, what do you think about Class of 1999? Is that movie? Let me see. Let me get reminded quick. Let me get reminded. There's a damn poster. Okay, guys, I seen a little bit of this movie growing up. I seen a little bit of this movie growing up. Isn't it kind of like? Isn't it kind of like Greasers, like some rockers, and like there's robots or something? I haven't seen too much of it. I saw a little bit growing up, but is there like robots in it? And there's kind of like, I don't know, like kind of like punk rocker looking people, and they're all fighting each other. And it's kind of like dystopian. I don't know if it takes place in the future or like in the 80s, but it looks kind of dystopian, almost kind of like RoboCop setting and stuff. I don't remember too much, bro, but yeah, I seen a little bit of that movie though. A little bit. Saw when I was a kid, kind of. Critic Chris says, Frank, how far away are you from Quentin Tarantino's theater? Lisa Wilcox told me all their films always playing there. I'm not far, bro. I'm not far at all. I am not far at all. I live very close to there. But actually, you know what's funny, bro? My friend Hector from Subtle Poet, he's a musician. He goes and sees movies at that theater, and he's been inviting me to go recently. I should go check one out over there with them. Apple says they could be half siblings, Damien and Isaac. That is true. They could. They could, Apple Ricky. They could be half siblings. They could be half siblings. Critic Chris says, Frank, have you seen The Devil's Rejects? Yes, of course. Another one of Rob Zombie's early movies, bro. I think I seen all of Rob Zombie's movies, bro. Not gonna lie, I think Rob Zombie is probably like one of the reasons why I'm a movie director. Well, no, I'm not a movie director though, but I like directing fan films. You know, I got a little too far ahead of myself right there. I called myself a movie director. Yeah, right. You wish, Frank. You wish. But yeah, Rob Zombie's one of the reasons why I'm very into making fan films and special effects and stuff. Because like when I saw especially his movies, but then especially when I saw Rob Zombie's Halloween, he's one of the first directors that made it seem really easy. Also John Carpenter as well. But Rob Zombie just made it seem really easy, you know, to do that, you know? Just made it seem really easy. And I was able to pick up stuff, you know, and especially watching the making of Rob Zombie's Halloween, the documentary, bro, you learn a lot from that. You learn a lot from Rob Zombie on how to get shots, how to storyboard, Wayne Toth, how to do makeup, effects, and the masks. So yeah, man. It's crazy. Yeah, Devil's Rejects is awesome too, though. Yeah, it's awesome. It's freaking his wife. His wife's like one of the main characters, right? And then you got freaking not Captain Spaulding, but the actor who plays Captain Spaulding. And I don't know, I think it's Tyler Mane as well. And they all freaking roll around killing people. They're just like some freaking, basically some like natural born killers type movie, you know, where they're all just rolling around in the desert in a car just killing shit, all gory. And I think Three from Hell, isn't that movie Three from Hell also based on Devil's Rejects, if I'm not mistaken? Critic Chris says, Frank, you, Apple Ricky, and me as a trio like in that movie. I got dibs on being Captain Spaulding. Yeah, that would be cool. That'll be cool. I could since I don't know who I would be though, because everyone's white in that movie. You know, oh, I think Danny Trejo's in that movie. So I'll get a bodysuit with like a dad bod and stuff with fake tattoos, and I'll just act like a stereotypical like mariachi Mexican, you know. Apple Ricky says Damien came before Isaac. So what if Layla's Damien's sister had a baby boy and that was Isaac? That would be crazy. Let's see, Damien came before Isaac. Yeah, that Ricky, that makes more sense. Layla being Isaac's sister, that makes more sense. Jacob, what up? Yo, Frank, what's up? I just joined. Hell yeah, Jacob, glad to see you here, bro. Glad to see you here on the channel, bro. Glad to see you here on another Horror Sundays, episode 33. Hell yeah, Jacob. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Jacob. Get us up to 26, bro, so more people can join us here on the live. Sorry, guys. Had air in my ear. I had to get it out. I got to go to the doctor. But yeah, Jacob, hell yeah, bro. Glad to see you're doing okay. Let us know how you spent your Sunday, bro. Let us know how you spent your Sunday today. Let us know what you did. How'd you spend it, you know? All right, so yeah, guys. The first movie news we're going to go over, Deadline. Deadline is reporting James Gunn denies Robin appears in the Batman 2. Stop believing this nonsense. All right, so there was rumors going around. There was rumors going around like a few days ago or so that supposedly Robin was going to debut in the Batman 2, but apparently not. Let's see what this says. Apple Ricky says, I mean, what if Layla is Isaac's mother, the devil's grandson? That would be cool, Apple Ricky. That would be awesome. That would be a cool tie-in. You know, that would be a cool way to tie in the Children of the Corn and the Omen universe into one universe. You know, into a shared universe. Critic Chris says, Frank, you better give me a reason why you don't like clowns. I like clowns, honestly, bro. I've never been scared of clowns in my life. I've always loved clowns. I could see why people find them unsettling, but I've never been scared of clowns. I always loved clowns. They're perfect horror characters, actually. Jacob says, trying to cook and listen to the stream. Awesome, awesome. Hell yeah, glad to hear it, bro. Glad to hear it. I'm about to start getting into the first movie news, all right? So apparently there is no Robin in the Batman 2. As production on the Batman Part 2 prepares to get underway next year, James Gunn is battling more online fan speculation. The DC Studios boss took to social media on Friday to dispel a rumor that the Dark Knight's orphan sidekick Robin, aka Dick Grayson, will make his debut in Matt Reeves' upcoming sequel. Guys, please stop believing this nonsense. I think 6 of us have read the script. No one knows anything about the Batman 2 Rogue Gun on Threads. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anything you've heard about the movie is made up or a guess. Rogue Gun is a previous post. No one in the world knows anything about the concept for the story except for people. Premiering last month in theaters, Gunn's Superman launched a new DCU with the Gods and Monsters phase, separate from Reeves' Batman epic crime saga, which includes the Batman 2022 and last year's HBO Max series spin-off The Penguin. After Gunn previously defended the delays on the Batman Part 2, which is set to premiere October 1st, 2027, following a year-long postponement, Reeves and co-writer Mattson Tomlin revealed in June that they finished the script for the sequel. In a letter to Warner Bros. Discovery shareholders this week, the studio confirmed that production will begin on the Batman Part 2 in the spring. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. So, yep. That's crazy. So they're going to start shooting this movie in the spring. Interesting. Interesting as hell. Interesting. Critic Chris says, no. Jacob says, no, Apple Ricky says, it would make Isaac Damien's nephew. Yep. Like I said, Apple Ricky, that's a great tie-in. It would make Isaac Damien's nephew. It would make Isaac Damien's nephew. And that would be a perfect way to connect the Omen universe and the Children of the Corn universe into a shared universe. So yeah, guys, there you have it. No, there is no Robin coming out. There is no Robin coming out. They're probably saving him for another movie or something. Who knows? I think it's time Robin gets his own alone spin-off thing. There's a lot of spin-off stuff of Robin by himself without Batman. Plus, counting the fact that Robin, there's different Robins, and then there's also Nightwing. So they could definitely make something, they could definitely give Robin, I think they did try to kind of give Robin his own spin-off thing with that Teen Titans show that came out on HBO Max, I think, like 2-3 years ago. Yeah, I think they did try to do that already. But I don't think they did it right. The Joker even came out, but they didn't even show him. Aporic Isaac and Damien act the same. Do you notice? Pretty much. They act all like biblical and like stuck up, kind of narcissistic, know-it-all, like smart-ass kid, you know? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Definitely, Apple Ricky. They do act the same pretty much, huh? Oh, they almost wear the same clothes, too. Apple Ricky. They almost wear the same clothes as well. I think Damien wears like a little black and white suit with a tie. And Isaac wears like that little preacher outfit, like the pilgrim outfit, kind of, with black and white on it as well. And he wears, I think, the hat, the pilgrim hat. Does Damien wear a hat in the original Omen? I think I'm not too sure if I remember. Apple Ricky says, there's two theories. Isaac is Damien's half-brother, and Isaac is Damien's nephew. Yeah, I'd go with the nephew theory better, Apple Ricky. That would make more sense. That would make more sense because Damien does have a sister. Damien, the Omen, does have a sister. So it makes more sense for Isaac to be his nephew, Correct. My bad, I was swinging on something. Critic Chris says, Frank, did you like TWD? Wait, what was that again? Oh, The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Which one? Which season, though? Which season? Hey, Critic Chris said. Critic Chris, my favorite season from Walking Dead was the first one, bro. I'm going to be honest. Was the first one. That started like around, I think, 2008 or 2009. I watched it for I watched the first season while it aired. But I was drinking a lot at that time that I missed the rest of the seasons that followed. But yeah, the first season I think was the best one. I think the first season was the best one. I think it starts off the first episode. I think everything's already like destroyed and stuff. I don't even think they show how the zombie outbreak happens, do they? I just think the first episode starts off with the zombies already roaming around, no? Critic says, I got into it late myself. I got into it starting with season 2. Yeah, I don't even think I see. My brother used to watch all that and Sons of Anarchy. But I'm telling you, I used to drink a lot of beer at the time, So, like, I was always passing out whenever people would put movies on or something, Or we would have friends over and we would drink and watch movies. I would pass out, bro. So I only remember vaguely, like, a few things from, like, the first season and stuff. Let me see. I remember, like, in the first season, I think they're, like, in the forest or something, nah? They have, like, some kind of, like, freaking, like, compound in the forest, nah? In the first season. I think in the first season, in the first episode, I think there's someone lost trying to find a place to stay. And they come across, I think, the compound where they meet everyone. Critic Chris says, in web episodes, they show the outbreak. In WE episodes, they show the outbreak and Fear the Walking Dead. Okay, and Fear the Walking Dead, but they don't show it in the original. Yeah, so I remember a little bit. Very vague, though. Very, very vague memory, bro, because I used to drink a gang of beer back then. So I'm even shocked that I remember any of that. Ricky says, Carlita Siana was the younger girl. She was like Margaret's friend. What if she was Isaac's mother because she was pregnant by the devil too? That could be true too. That could be true too, Apple Ricky, because if you pay attention to the first Omen, Remember the place where they tie up the girl to the chain, the nun, and then she gets impregnated by Satan. I think it shows that they have tried to impregnate other women before, other nuns before. I think it shows like I think there might have been like blood on the floor or something. So they were kind of like showing us that they have tried this before already. Critic Chris says, I don't think it would be great because it was cable TV. My friends convinced me, and I was hooked since. Awesome. Critic Chris says, yeah, season 2 starts them on a farm. Okay, yeah. I remember, yeah, that's probably about all I remember from season 2. But I remember mostly season 1 mostly because they were like in a forest that season, that whole season pretty much. And then later episodes, I think they get out of the forest and they start wandering towards like the town areas and stuff. And that's when we start seeing walkers, just walking around right there and stuff. Yeah. Let me see what else I remember. I gotta watch the first season of Walking Dead. It was my favorite one. I think it was the best one, honestly. Yeah, that's what I'm able to remember because the first season started off with them like in a forest. I think like the first episode, like I said, I forgot what character it was, but there was someone walking around trying to find shelter, and they find the compound. Apple Ricky says, it's making sense. Critic Chris says, I missed out on season 1. So your friend your friend lended me her DVD to watch before season 2 started. Awesome, yeah. Yeah, it's because like with TV series, you gotta be caught up, bro. It's not like a movie. Like I think a movie, you could walk into it like in the middle and still kind of get what's going on. I think a TV series is a little more has to stay more consistent because a TV series is longer, more drawn out, and there's subplots, a lot of subplots going on besides the main plot, So there's a lot of subplots. So you gotta with TV series, you gotta get caught up with every season before you watch the next one, Because there's so many subplots in TV series, Because the point of a TV series is to, I think, expand the universe, Like let us see more characters in that universe, not just the main ones, So I said there's a lot of subplots and stuff. So you gotta keep up with the episodes to know what the hell is really going on, chronologically, or chronological. Critic Chris says, my friends, me, it's not just dead, but human villains threats, so that helped me get into it. Awesome, yeah. I think the first season also had like human threats as well, like a rival compounds and shit fighting against each other and stuff like that. Aporiki says they might have been another baby that was off camera. The girl at the beginning, she could be Isaac's mother because she was impregnating by Saturn. First, that might be the younger girl. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Aporiki in the first Omen, I think they allude to them actually trying before, trying to impregnate someone with a demon child, My bad, guys. I'm hungry, so I'm eating some jerky. I haven't really ate anything today. Been fasting all day. All right, I'm about to get into the next movie news, guys. Critic Chris says, yeah, the governor was the first main villain in season 3 when they ended up at the prison. All right, sick. Yeah, I gotta catch up. I gotta start watching The Walking Dead again. Probably this Halloween when spooky season starts coming around. Well, it's already pretty much. Nah, it's still summer. I still consider August summertime. Yeah, right. Around September, I'm gonna start catching up on all that stuff. I'm still trying to finish Friday the 13th fan film, so I gotta stay all Jason focused still in my head. Apple Ricky says Isaac might have been the first Omen. Damien could be the second Omen, and Layla could be the third Omen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more than one Omen. You know, pretty sure there could be more than one Apple Ricky. All right, guys. Variety is reporting Final Destination 7 in the works. With Bloodlines co-writer. Check it out, guys. We were talking about Final Destination earlier. Well, Final Destination, what is it? 7. Final Destination 7 is officially in the works. Let's see what they're saying. Rest in peace, Tony Todd. A 7th Final Destination movie is in the works at New Line with Bloodlines co-writer Laurie Evans Taylor returning to the pen. The new installment. With co-writer Laurie Evans Taylor returning to pen the new installment. Craig Perry, Sheila Hannah, Taylor John Watts, Diane McCun, I can't pronounce that, McHuginal, Toby Emmerich also returned to produce the Warner Bros. New Line movie with Warner's Eye executive producing. Final Destination Bloodlines, the 6th movie in the 25-year-old horror franchise, opened at #1 at the global box office this May. With 51 million domestic debut, the movie achieved the best opening weekend in the series to date. By the end of its theatrical run, it became the franchise's highest grossing film with a $286 million global haul over the Feth-driven series. Has earned over 983 million worldwide, making it New Line's third biggest horror franchise behind Conjuring Universe, 2.3 billion, and the It movies, 1.2 billion. So Taylor co-wrote the screenplay for Bloodlines with Gary Busey, reviving franchises that had been dormant for 14 years following 2011's Final Destination 5. The pair, along with filmmakers Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein, expanded the scope of the franchise via plot that saw death, the movie's event, and the movie's ever present, the persistent antagonist attempting to reclaim its victims across multiple generations of the same family, ultimately delivering a movie that was clever, unpredictable, and fun per Variety's review. The review also credited Taylor and Busick with creating one impishly dangerous situation after another for their characters, while understanding that the film's foundational misdirection, especially in the terms of how each one will die, works best when the audience doesn't have to suspend disbelief too much to buy each homicidal sequence of events. Taylor is also known for the 2024 psychological thriller Cellar Door, 2022's Bed Rest supernatural thriller starring Melissa Barrera, with with which Taylor made her directorial debut. Upcoming, she penned the adaptation of Carla Noren's The Edge of Normal, with Chloe Grace Moretz starring Carlota Pereda directing, and she also adapted I Am Still Alive for Universal with Ben Affleck attached to star and produced. Taylor is repped by W.M.E. Kaplan Perone and Macaulay Franco with The Hollywood Reporter first reported that the new movie was in development. There you go, guys. There you have it. New Final Destination movie in development. New Final Destination movie in development. In development. Chris says, yeah, oh no. Apple Ricky says Isaac might have been the first Omen. Damien could be the second Omen. Layla could be the third Omen. Apple Ricky says Isaac's parents are not mentioned, so it makes sense. Yeah, pretty much, right? Pretty much. Pretty much, Apple Ricky. You pretty much nailed it right there. If you were a screenwriter and they asked you to write an Omen movie, you definitely should use this. Just connect them, you know? All right, guys, we're up to 26. Let's keep smashing it. All right, my bad, guys. I was eating something. Like I said, I was freaking hungry. Let's keep smashing that thumbs up, though. Let's get it up to 27. Let's get it up to 27, guys. Get a better one. All right, Screen Geek. Screen Geek. Screen Geek is reporting Disney cancels beloved series after 2 seasons. The Goosebumps series, that new Goosebumps series that came out like in the last year or so, it got canceled. That new Goosebumps series that came out on Hulu and Disney Plus like about a year or two ago has now been canceled. It only did 2 seasons. The first season they did adaptation as of different books, I think, into 1 season, like Haunted Mask, Cuckoo Clock of Doom, all that stuff. The second season they did a play on the whole don't go into the basement thing, where the dad's like making plants and stuff. And I was really curious as what they were gonna do to the 3rd season, but I guess it got canceled. Let's see what this says right here. Let's see what this says. It's been confirmed that Disney Plus has canceled a beloved series after releasing 2 seasons on their platform. Although Disney Plus offers a place for many new shows to call home, not all of them get to stay very long, and that's the case with one beloved series that only lasted 2 seasons on the platform. Sadly, 2 years after the first season, the series premiered on Disney Plus. The cancellation has been confirmed. Fans are bound to be disappointed, as this series was based on a major IP that has appealed to several generations worth of fans. The numbers of this Disney Plus series even confirmed that audiences were eager to enjoy a new interpretation of the material. For Disney, however, it looks like the series just didn't work out for the platform. Fortunately, there seems to be some hope that the series could find a new home, as the studio behind it shops its new outlets, as shared via Variety. Oh, hell yeah. So, yes, hell yeah. They're still trying to find another place for it to air. Hell yeah. I want on season 3. According to an individual with knowledge of the situation, the series producer, Sony Pictures Television, plans to shop the show to other outlets and explore different creative directions for the IP. Send it to Netflix. Send it to Netflix, bro. They'll keep it going. It'll be, basically, they'll have Fear Street and Goosebumps. They'll have 2 R.L. Stine IPs, bruh. This IP is none other than Goosebumps, the Disney Plus series inspired by the hit books of the same name. R.L. Stine's Goosebumps series quickly became a worldwide sensation and spawned tons of merchandise in a completely separate live-action show in the 1990s. This was followed by 2 live-action movies later, released by Sony Pictures in the 2010s, paving way for aforementioned Disney Plus series. Crimson Rio Studio says, I just got a chainsaw prop from Spirit Halloween. I'm painting it right now. Awesome. Awesome, Crimson Rio Studios. Hell yeah. How you doing, Crimson Rio? How you doing? Glad to see you doing okay. Glad to see you joined us here, bro. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Crimson Rio. What kind of chainsaw is it? Is it the Trick or Treat Studios Texas Chainsaw one? Or is it just like a blank chainsaw? Is it just like a blank off-brand chainsaw? Or is it the Trick or Treat Studios Leatherface one? Crimson, let me know which one is it. Apple Ricky says, didn't Isaac say I hate parents and he was an orphan? I think so. In the first Children of the Corn, I think so. Oh no, Apple Ricky, they killed their parents. No, they all killed their parents. They didn't like adults. Crimson Rio says, it's the normal animated chainsaw prop from Spirit. Awesome, awesome, hell yeah. And you gotta post a video on it, bro. Post Rio, I wanna see which one it is. Crimson says the gray one. The gray. Let me Google it quick. Spirit Halloween. Oh, okay. You got a good one. Hey, this one. Crimson Rio. Is it this one? Crimson Rio. Is it this one? It looks kind of like the Trick or Treat Studios Texas Chainsaw one. You just gotta paint that shit. Yup, that one. Yeah, hey, Crimson Rio Studios. It looks pretty much just like the Trick or Treat Studios one, bro. It looks pretty much just like it. You just gotta paint it. Okay, now I see. It looks more kind of like the one from Texas Chainsaw. No, from Leatherface 3, the one from the 90s. It looks more like the one from the 90s Leatherface movie. The one where he has that long ass chainsaw, the chrome chainsaw, and it has like those little spikes right there. It looks more like that 1990 Leatherface 3 movie. It looks more like the 1990 Leatherface 3 movie. But yeah, let's continue. Let's continue. So yeah. So yeah, if any of you were watching Goosebumps, that new Goosebumps TV series, it got canceled. It got canceled. Oh no, I didn't get canceled though. Disney Plus didn't want it on their platform no more. So whoever owns it, the rights holders are shopping around for a new streaming service to have it. Uh, According to an individual with knowledge, okay, this IP is none other than Goosebumps, the Disney Plus, inspired by the hit book R.L. Stein. Let me see. Crimson Rio says, I'm going to use the chainsaw for a costume of Dr. Salvador from Resident Evil 4 next year. Awesome. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Crimson Rio. Glad to hear, bro. Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. Hell yeah, that's awesome. The outlet confirms that the popularity of the books is still surrounded the series as it pulled in 75 million hour views combined in the US between the two seasons, with the Disney Plus show also having 43 million hours viewed across 16 international markets. Each season of the series revolved around a different group of characters and stories inspired by the books, and it's possible that this change in the concept just didn't work for Disney Plus. With Sony Picture Television inserted in keeping the Goosebumps television brand alive, however, we could see some kind of return in the future. Either way, Goosebumps as a whole is still going strong, with new books being published to this day. Stay tuned to Screen Geek for any additional updates regarding Goosebumps. Yeah, so that sucks. Goosebumps, the new updated Goosebumps just left the Disney Plus streaming platform. They just left and are shopping around for a new streaming service, to sell their IP to, or give the right, or rent the rights to the IP to the stream. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I really wanted a season 3 on that one. I hate it when shows that I like to watch, just disappeared. Crimson said, okay, we already read that. We already read that. But yeah, that's crazy, bro. That is crazy. That's crazy. How's everyone doing right now? How's everyone spending their Sunday? Whoever's there. Sorry, guys, I'm starving. Sorry, guys, I'm starving today. Crimson Rio says, not to drag on the chainsaw topic, but the prop is loud as ASF. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I still got to do a review of my Texas Chainsaw one. I got to get batteries for it. So I'm probably going to be posting it this week for Texas Thursdays. I haven't posted a Texas Thursday video in a while. Every Thursday, well, not every Thursday, but whenever I get a new Texas Chainsaw prop from the movie, replica prop. You know, I posted on Thursday. That's my Leatherface day. Tomorrow though, tomorrow I got a new video dropping tomorrow at 6 p.m. West Coast time here on the channel. I'm gonna be reviewing the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween 1978 Michael Myers night. So look out for that tomorrow. I'll post it in the community post in case y'all forget. Make sure to hit the bell notification, you know. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be dropping a new Michael Myers video. I'll be reviewing the Halloween 1978 Trick or Treat Studios Michael Myers night. Video drops at 6 p.m. West Coast time tomorrow, so be ready to look out for that, guys. Apple Ricky says, it would make sense, right? For Isaac being the devil's other son. Yeah, that would be badass, yeah. Because if you watch the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, she is also the devil's daughter, you know? So it would make sense, you know? It would make sense for him to also be one of the devil's sons, you know? Crimson Studio says, hell yeah, Michael Myers is my favorite killer. Yeah, bro, yeah. Yeah, bro, so watch out for it. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. West Coast time here on the channel. I got a new video dropping, like I told you. A new Michael Myers video. I'll be reviewing the Halloween 78 Trick or Treat Studios knife. So look out for that tomorrow. Look out for that tomorrow. Ooh, okay, we got some new Superman news, guys. We got new Superman news. IGN is reporting. Following Superman, Warner Bros. Announces James Gunn is now writing. Wait, hold on, wait up. Come on. Following Superman, Warner Bros. Announces James Gunn is now writing and set to direct the next installment in the Super family. Awesome. Apple Ricky says, have you seen my Exorcist videos? Yeah, I seen the one when you're like on the bed doing the Exorcist scene. I think I seen the one from earlier too as well. Yeah. Apple Ricky, yeah, I seen your videos. I see you. So yeah, James Gunn is writing and getting ready to set up the next installment in the Super family. Following the launch of Superman, DC Universe steward James Gunn is now writing and preparing to direct the next movie in the Super family. Warner Bros. Has announced. Confirmation comes from CEO David Zaslav in a financial call in which he said Superman marked the beginning of a new era for DC Studios. We're thrilled to share that James Gunn is already writing and preparing to direct the next installment within the Super family. Zaslav said. But what is this mystery Superman? Follow-up Gunn has spoken in the past about his next writer/director project for DC Studios, which sounds like it's sort of a Superman sequel, but isn't really. Speaking to Entertainment Weekly, Gunn confirmed he has already begun working on Superman's next DCU appearance, although he wouldn't go so far to call it a sequel. What I'm working on is some way, I mean, yes, was his response to Superman getting a follow-up movie, but it is a straight-up Superman sequel. I would not say necessarily. Here's what we know so far in film. DC Studios has Supergirl and Clayface coming out in 2026, and the next Wonder Woman, which doesn't have a release window. The Batman 2 for Matt Reeves, self-contained. The Batman epic crime saga will begin shooting next spring with a release date of 2027. Gunn has also talked about a Sergeant Rock adaptation, a Justice League team-up starring Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Oh, in February, Gunn and co-DC Studio CEO Peter Safran confirmed that Brave and the Bold will introduce a new Batman into the DCU, ruling out current Batman actor Robert Pattinson in the process. Wait, what? A new Batman. Damn, there's going to be two new Batmans. So I guess one Batman's going to be for the DCU and one's going to be that self-contained one. In TV, the Batman epic crime saga looks set for the Penguin Season 2, with DCU entry Peacemaker Season 2 out soon, and a Lantern series due in 2026. Gunn is reportedly considering TV spin-offs for characters such as Mr. Terrific and a Jimmy Olsen following their well-received supporting roles in Superman. In a precise and measured way, the DC franchise will increasingly overlay across the studio's border efforts from film and TV to consumer products, games, experience, and social. Warner Bros. He said, "That's awesome." Superman has now global box office tank of 551.2 million after weekend 4 domestically, and it added to another 13.855 million last weekend, marking a stronghold of 44% to hit 316.211 million. Gunn has also offered his thoughts on why Superman is doing better business in North America theaters than internationally. Because Superman is an American icon. His colors say it all. Crimson Rio says, once my friend gets back in town, I'm going to make a Jason fan film. That's sick. That's sick, Crimson. That's sick. Hey, Crimson, if you're still there, check out my my trailer for my Friday the 13th fan film. Crimson, if you're going to make a Friday the 13th fan film, also check out the trailer for my Friday the 13th fan film. It's now playing here on the channel. It's now playing here on the channel. Hopefully I finish shooting my Friday the 13th fan film this weekend, hopefully, bro. Hopefully, yeah, bro. Check out the trailer to my movie, bro. Please check it out, Crimson. If you're into Jason, I know you are, since you're gonna make a Jason fan film. Apple Ricky says Isaac's father could be just a demon to like the devil's brother. Yeah, that is true, Apple Ricky. That is very true. That is very true. That is very true. That is very true. So there you have it, guys. There's gonna be a few spin-off shows from the DCEU. There's gonna be a team up movie with Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. They got damn. So basically, DC is basically now doing what Marvel was doing throughout. I don't know. I want to say maybe like 2019 up to like 2021 or something, 2022, releasing like a spin-off TV series for different characters. I hope DC does it better where I actually want to watch, though. Because, oh, man, I thought WandaVision was going to be cool, but then once I saw it was like some 1950s setting, like I Love Lucy, I don't know. Wasn't into that. Apple Ricky says, I'll be doing a stream fan film just by myself. I'll be getting the mask and fake blood. A Scream fan film, Apple Ricky? A Scream fan film? Because you put stream right there. Is it stream or scream? Stream or scream, Apple Ricky? Stream or scream? Oh, not screams. So stream? So what do you mean then? If not scream, then what do you mean? What do you mean stream? Oh, you're gonna be going live on a stream or what? You know you could go live now, right, Apple Ricky? Apple Ricky, so you're gonna like. Oh, okay, I get you. Apple Ricky says stream. Stream is a horror movie by the same producers of Terrifier. Okay, now it makes sense. Now I get you. I don't think I've seen that yet. Crimson Rio says, speaking of Scream, I don't know what the hell I was doing when making my Scream movie. I tried making my own version of the Scream story, but it was kind of weird. Who cares, bro? It's all good. The weirder, the better. The weirder, the better. The weirder, the better, bro. It's all good. I made a Scream fan film as well, about I don't know, almost 2 years ago now. And yeah, the story is kind of weird too. The motive and all that is weird as well. It's all good though, bro. No worries. Apple Ricky says, I'll be playing the killer and the person who dies. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. That'll be cool, Apple Ricky. I remember when I used to make short films with just me and my brother. I would be the camera guy or the killer, and my brother would just be the victim, and then I'd get the shots of me as the killer. Yeah, that's cool. Damn, bro, I'm starving today eating all this jerky. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Crimson says, that's a lot of jerky. I bet it was expensive. Yeah, it is kind of pricey jerky, bro. It's kind of pricey, yeah. Yeah, it's because whenever I have a big meal the night before, I tend to fast the whole day. So I'm only going to eat like small things like jerky and stuff so I don't get super bloated. So I was bloated as hell last night. Bloated as hell. Bloated, bro. So I had a fast today. I couldn't eat anything all day, just water and liquids only. So my stomach starts like going down a bit. So the only thing I could eat is like jerky, light stuff like that right now. Apple Ricky says, remember my character Titus? Yes, Apple Ricky, of course. How can I forget about Titus? Why, what's up with Titus? Did you give him a new storyline or what? Did you give him a new storyline, Apple Ricky, or what's up with Titus? What is up with Titus? Apple Ricky says, not just checking. I remember Apple Ricky. Oh, hell yeah, the clown. Let me see how my clown movie's doing. Hell yeah, we're doing pretty good on the clown. We're going to get that sequel. I'll see if I can come up with a good story. The clown. The clown. It's crazy. See if I can come up with a good sequel for that movie. Apple Ricky, do you want to see a sequel to The Clown? Apple Ricky, let me know. Do you want to see a sequel to The Clown? Crimson says, I watched a bit of your clown movie. I really like the Halloween influence in it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it takes place during the Halloween... my bad. It takes place during 2016. During that whole clown pandemic, you know, when all those clown sightings were happening, you know, so that Halloween was really trippy because there was a lot of clown sightings that Halloween. So I said it that night, Halloween night 2016, you know, and yes, it is inspired a lot by a lot of like Michael Myers, Jason, you know, all that stuff. A lot of Terrifier though, because this is the Clown is the goriest movie I've ever made. The second one's going to be more gorier and disgusting. Trust me. There isn't going to be just blood. There's also going to be disgusting stuff like throw up and stuff. Watch. Apple Ricky says, yes. I think I'm going to make my little sister, since she gets killed by the clown in the movie, I think I might make her his helper, one of his helpers in the sequel. In the sequel. Crimson says, yeah, I remember being scared of that back in 2016. Yeah, Crimson, yeah. Yeah, that's what I based it on, bro. I based it on that whole 2016 clown shit that was going on back then. I based it all on that because it was dude, I was like, how old was I back then? Like 2016 to 2015. Like, I was like 25, 26 already. So I remember clearly what was going on, you know? I remember that Halloween, you know, my mom was tripping. She didn't want us to go out, but I still went out with my friends and stuff, even though I was already like 25. But yeah, there was a lot of clown sightings that Halloween and stuff. So that's why I set that movie on that night. Halloween night 2016. Tyler Eden, the clown, just walking around the neighborhood slashing people. Watch out, dog. Cosplay Zano says, hey, Frank, how you feeling this Sunday? I'm feeling great, Cosplay Zano. I am feeling great, Cosplay Zano. How you doing today, bro? How you doing today? Glad to see you here on the live stream on another Horror Sundays. Today on episode 33, Cosplay. Hey, Cosplay, please smash a thumbs up. Yeah, man? Get us up to 29 so more people can see this live, Cosplay. Please get us up to 29, bro. Please. Please. And yeah, we're here just chatting about some of my fan films I made. We already went over horror movie news, so you want to check it out, just, you know, rewind it back to like earlier in the chat. Cosplay says, I'm cooling, worked out, getting my gains up. Awesome, bro. Hell yeah. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. I haven't gone out skating myself in a bit because I've been busy trying to finish my Friday the 13th fan film. But once I'm done with that, bro, I'm going to buy some new trucks. I'm going to go skate. I've been wanting to go skate, bro. But I've been just so busy this whole summer with this Jason fan film. Because I wanted it to be right. I wanted it to be perfect. I wanted to match the actual movie, you know? But once I'm done with it, bro, I'm gonna freaking get some new trucks for my board, possibly some new shoes, and I'm gonna go film and skate, bro. I've been wanting to go and throw myself off some stairs for like the last 3 months, almost a whole summer. Cosplayzano says, are you gonna watch Weapons? Yes, I haven't seen it yet, so don't spoil it. I haven't seen it yet. Everyone who's ever watched Weapons, don't spoil it yet. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna try to catch it sometime this week. So don't spoil it, guys. Apple says, I picked a name for Reagan's son in my movie Exorcism. What's his name? Apple says, his name's Johnny. Awesome. Yeah, Johnny with an IE. Johnny with an IE, huh? That's a fancy Johnny. Hell yeah, Apple that's a cool name. I'll probably name one of my sons that if I ever have one. Cosplayzano says, I want to skate with you, but I only roller skate. That's all good, bro. No worries. No worries, bro. You go to the skate park, you see skateboarders, you see bikers there too, you see rollerbladers and roller skaters there too, chilling. We all coexist, bro. We all coexist. I remember there was a time, like about 20 years ago, where some skate parks were skaters only, bro. Were skaters only. So that meant, like, if you were a biker, a scooter kid, a rollerblader, you weren't welcome back like 20 years ago. So if you went to a skate park and you didn't have a skateboard, especially if it was a skate park in an area where it was mostly skaters and you were biking, bro, they would talk shit to you. They would kick you out. They didn't want rollerbladers or scooter kids or bikers at the skate parks back then. But now, and everyone coexists and shit. Everyone's cool with each other now. But back 20 years ago, it was so competitive. Skateboarders were like the punks of the well, yeah, but skateboarders were like punks, you know? So they hated anything that wasn't skateboarding. Crimson says, Frank, have you gone to Spirit Halloween lately? This year has some cool stuff. Not yet, bro. Not yet, Crimson. I haven't gone yet because the only Spirit Halloween opened right now here in LA is in Downey, and I don't got a car right now. So I haven't gotten the chance to go, you know? I'm waiting till the one in Pasadena or the one in Eagle Rock or Glendale opens up near me so I could just go on my skateboard, you know? Or walking or on the bus, bro. I'm not gonna go to Downey on the bus. Hell nah. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till Spirit opens up here around my area. I'm in between Pasadena, Eagle Rock, Glendale. So they always have Spirit Halloweens in those 3 areas, you know? Oh, and also Hollywood Boulevard, a little more down, there should be one towards like La Brea. There's always one there too as well. I haven't gone yet though, bro. Have not gone yet though. But I got some money I want to spend. I might be going soon. I'm just like I said, I'm just waiting till they open and like around my area here. Apple says, Johnny is Reagan's son who gets possessed. Awesome, Apple. Awesome. Does he have a dad? Oh, no, obviously, yeah. But yeah, never mind. That was a dumb question, Apple. Never mind. Obviously, he does. But Cosplayzano says, let me know when you skate and I'll pull up. Yeah, bro. Let me just get some new trucks. Let me just get my new trucks, bro. Maybe some new Converse to skate with. Yeah, I also got to get ink, t-shirt printing ink, because I got to send Wicked Milk his shirt. I've been lagging it. I have my screen printers outside. I just need to get ink, and I got to make him a shirt and send it out to him. I've been taking long. But yeah, definitely Cosplayzano. I'll definitely let you know, Cosplay. Bro, definitely let you know. Chow dog, chill. Cosplayzano says, I don't know if it's true, but I'm hearing that they want to remake Cujo. But I hope it's not true because that's a classic. Yeah, you're not wrong. Cosplay, you're not wrong. They do want to remake Cujo. You know who wants to remake Cujo? Netflix. Netflix wants to remake Cujo. Or they want to make a new Cujo movie. They want to do something with Cujo, I heard. They want to do something with Cujo, but I just hope they don't mess it up. I just hope they don't mess it up. But yeah, Netflix is the ones that have the rights, though I heard, to Cujo right now. So like I heard I went over this like a few months back, like maybe around the spring or something. But yeah, I did go over an article here saying that Netflix wanted to do something with Cujo, and that they are. Apple Ricky says, yeah, Reagan's, why'd you delete it? Crimson Rio Studio says, isn't Cujo a killer dog? Yes. Yes, Cujo is a very special and original movie, bro. Very, very original. It's a killer. Well, it was a Stephen King book, I think, first. It's a very original premise though. A killer dog. You don't really see that a lot in a slasher movie. You don't really see the dog, the killer being an animal or something in a slasher movie, you know? You don't really see that. So, and it works. It works because literally an animal like Michael Myers and Jason literally operate like animals. They stalk their prey, they follow it around without them knowing, you know? And then they kill. Pretty much just like a freaking animal would, you know? Like a tiger, a leopard, a freaking a wolf and stuff. You know, it stalks its prey and then it attacks. Cosplayzano says, I don't want to remake. I don't want to remake Cujo. They need to leave it alone. Yep, they should. They do need to leave it alone. Aporiki says, an exorcism. Reagan's married. She has a daughter named Emma and a son named Johnny. Is that the name of the movie? Aporiki, is that the name of your script? Exorcism? That sounds cool. Exorcism. Castellano says, I hope they don't remake Christine either. Ah, hell no. I was watching Christine like a few days ago. It was an awesome movie. Awesome, awesome movie. Crimson Rio Studio says, in my opinion, we need more female slashers. Almost all of them are guys. It would be cool to see more variety. You know, yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. That would be cool. But they do that because statistically, guys are more likely to be serial killers. And guys are statistically more stronger than girls, so they're able to overpower them, you know? And the movies work better usually when there's a girl. The movies usually work better when there's a girl as the victim, you know, because then the audience feels more sympathy for some reason, you know. Yeah, Final Guys work too. I think the only people who did Final Guys good was Friday the 13th with Tommy Jarvis and Scream. The first few Scream movies with Dewey, because Dewey was a final guy technically as well, because he did survive all of Ghostface's attacks up to Scream 5. Yeah, so they did Final Guys pretty good. Friday the 13th and Scream. It's rare though. It rarely works though. It rarely works because it's more. It's usually the guy. A guy has to be the killer though for it to like the story to blend better, you know. But yeah, I did see a movie though. I have seen a movie where it's a group of girls. They're like punk rockers. They go to a concert and they meet like three other like rocker dudes, and they end up going to this house and they're all hanging out drinking beer, and the girls start like killing them one by one and stuff, and then they gotta like fight the girls in this house they're locked in. I forgot what that movie was called, but Alexandra Daddario's in it. Um, Aporeki says exorcism is the name. Yes. Hell yeah, sounds cool. Crimson says, what's your favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie? Mine is the 2003 remake. Mine is the original one. The original one, 1974 or 75 Texas Chainsaw. I forgot. I think it's 74. Yeah, I love the original. The remake is cool too, though. The remake is cool too. Not gonna lie, it's cool too. I like the original one though, cause it looks more DIY, bro. It makes it look super like the original one just looks like they make it seem so easy to do, just to film. It's like a really simple movie to shoot. Cosplayzano says House of Wax is so underrated. Now that's a movie that can do with the remake. Honestly, the remake was the remake from 2003 or whatever, or 2004 was all right. I didn't think it was too bad. Honestly, think they could have a sequel to that. I think they should have a sequel to it. They could probably bring back Paris Hilton. Oh, she died though. I think she died in the movie. Did she or did she survive? I forgot. I haven't seen that movie in a while. Hey, did Paris Hilton die in House of Wax? Crimson says in my Scream movie, there's a final guy who's a detective and everyone's getting killed around him. But he's unaware that he's actually the only survivor and he gets kidnapped and tortured by Ghostface. That's awesome, bro. Hell yeah. Apple Ricky says, I want Linda Blair to play Reagan, the original Reagan actor. Yeah, that would be sick. That would be totally awesome, Apple. Crimson Real says they should do a Killer Clowns from Outer Space remake, but still make it funny and scary at the same time. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Or I don't know if any of you have seen Mars Attacks, but if you've seen Killer Clowns, I'm pretty sure you've heard of Mars Attacks. Mars Attacks is about like these Martians that come to Earth. I always thought that could have been like in the same universe as Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Cosplays Arnold says, I can't remember if Paris Hilton got unalived in House of Wax. Yeah, I can't remember either. I haven't seen that movie in a while. Let me see. Yeah, she dies. Hey, Cosplayzano, she dies. Cosplayzano, Paris Hilton dies in that movie. Crimson Rio says Mars Attacks is awesome. Yeah. Hey, Crimson Rio, what do you think about Mars Attacks versus Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Crimson Rio, what do you think about Mars Attacks versus Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Aporeki says, why not a Cujo remake? I think it'd be cool if they use a St. Bernard or a Rottweiler. A Rottweiler this time. Switch up the dog. A Rottweiler this time. Cosplayzano says, what are you eating, bro? Jerky. I'm eating jerky, bro. I didn't really eat today. I was fasting all day. So I'm just taking little pieces of jerky, just to satisfy the hunger. Crimson says, since I got the chainsaw yesterday, I watched the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I didn't mean to say, what? Aporeki says, when I was younger, I always wanted a St. Bernard and wanted to call it Fluffy because they were fluffy. Now I call it Cujo. Right? For real. Crimson says, Mars Attacks versus Killer Clowns would be such a good fan film. That would be crazy, right? Because aren't the Killer Clowns from outer space like aliens as well? So Mars Attacks versus Killer Clowns would be like, I don't know, it just makes sense. Calcizano says, I would love a Critters versus Gremlins. That would be sick too. That would be sick as hell too, bro. Toy Story versus Good Guys. Crimson says, we need Pennywise versus Freddy Krueger. That would be cool too. Apple Ricky says, why did I pick the name Fluffy like I get their Fluffy? Probably because of that. Cosplazano says Gremlins would win against Critters for sure. Probably, yeah, for sure. Gremlins, yeah. Gremlins are more like demonic. They're like little demons. Gremlins are more like little demons. Yeah, but yeah, guys, yeah. Oh yeah. I said I'm starving today, man. Castellano says Freddy versus Pinhead. Yeah, that would be cool too. I want to see Freddy versus Michael though. I can't wait. I'm gonna make that fan film eventually. That's something me and my younger brother Junior really want to make. We really have plans for a Freddy versus Michael fan film. He's gonna buy one of those like FX masks that the mouth moves when you talk. I'll play Freddy. Crimson Rio says Leatherface versus Pinhead would be funny because Pinhead would probably get annoyed by Leatherface. Yeah, most likely, right? Leatherface makes all these weird noises and stuff, and he can't even talk properly. Cosmizano says Norman Bates versus Jason Voorhees. Both killers love their mom. Yes, but one of them is an undead zombie, and the other one is a mortal man that could be killed. Unless he's going up against part 2, part 3, and part 4 Jason. But I still think Jason will whoop Norman Bates though. No, who? Yeah, Norman Bates. I was gonna say Patrick Bateman. Crimson Rio says, "Ooh, I have an idea. Norman Bates versus Patrick Bateman." Yep, that would be awesome too. Someone told me to make a American Psycho fan film. I'll play Patrick Bateman since I kind of got that Christian Bale face, like that long face he has, like my hair all like combed back like a yuppie. Apple Ricky said also a Great Dane would be cool for Cujo remake. Those are huge. Yeah, a Great Dane. I'd say a Rottweiler though, Apple Ricky. Keep it simple though. Keep it simple. A Rottweiler, it looks simple, but it's scary when it growls, the teeth. And then if it has one of those spiked collars, I still think the Rottweiler will look scarier though, Apple Ricky. And then we'll have fake blood coming from its mouth, so it'll look vicious. The Great Dane will look cool because it's big. Yeah, it's big. It has size. But I think the Rottweiler will still look scarier because they have a scarier face. They have a way scarier face, the Rottweiler. Cosplayzano says, you ever watch Dexter, the TV series? If so, is it good? I only seen a few episodes when it was first airing, like years ago. I never really got into it though, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never really got into it, you know? I should get into it soon now because people keep asking me about it. But yeah, I gotta check it out sometime now. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, bro. You have to check it out yourself, Cosplayzano. I haven't seen it too much. Crimson says, yes, Dexter is good. Crimson says Patrick Bateman versus Dexter Morgan would be cool too. Yeah, that would be more better because they're actually humans. Because they are actually human. Coslizano says, Mastiff dog as Cujo would be terrifying. When they get mad, they look like a demon. Yeah, Mastiff as well. A Mastiff. I just feel like with Cujo, you need something like, it needs to be like a floppy dog, you know, with skin, you know, and stuff. Like a Mastiff or like a Rottweiler, you know? How about a pit bull? How about making Cujo a pit bull, modernizing the hell out of him? How about, hey guys, what about making Cujo a pit bull? What do y'all think about making Cujo a pit bull instead? That's like super modern. Making him a pit bull. Pit bulls look wild as hell when they're mad, bro, and their teeth and their smile. Apple Ricky says, my dad's neighbor, there's a Great Dane that lives, that's huge. He's pretty like cool colors, yeah. They're huge, bro. I see. There's someone down the street from my house, a few blocks down in my neighborhood, that have a Great Dane as well, black and white one. Thing's huge. Cosmizano says Mastiff dog as Cujo would be terrifying. Yeah. We already read that. Hell yeah. 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. The live is ending. 3 minutes. Crimson says, Frank, have you watched the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark? Of course, my horse. I was watching it like on Friday. The Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark movie with Sarah Bellows and Ramon and Augie and the one toe lady. And then the those like basketball, like football bullies, Harold, the freaking scarecrow. Yeah, it's a good movie. I like it. Why? What's up with it? What's up with it, Crimson? There's gonna be a second one. You know that? All right. Apple Ricky says if I was in a Cujo scenes, I'd shit my pants. Not acting like a real dog. That's exactly like Cujo. Cosmizano says Caucasian Shepherd are almost the size of a bear. They can take out a bear. So one of them being Cujo would be great. Yeah, that too would be sick. That would be sick as hell too. Crimson says, I refuse to watch it because of a scene about a girl who has a pimple that has a bunch of baby spiders in it. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That one dude's sister. Castellano says, Frank, look up Caucasian Shepherd before you go. Yeah, I've seen them before. They're huge. They're freaking huge-ass dogs. I'll look it up, though, just to show everyone. Now those big fluffy ass dogs, she look crazy. These guys. So Cosplayzano, the thing about these dogs, these are the kind of dogs they use to guard sheep. To guard sheep and lambs. These are the kind of dogs they use to guard sheep and lambs. These dogs right here. These dogs could take down a pack of wolves, bro. I seen it before. I seen like this documentary where one of these dogs took on like 3 wolves and it fucked them up, and the dog was okay. Yeah, these dogs are huge. Like I said, they use these dogs to guard sheep and lambs and all that stuff on farms and shit, and cows and all that shit from coyotes and like wolves and stuff. Yeah, those dogs are huge, bro. Crazy dogs. Crazy dogs. Crimson says there's a commercial of the movie that had the part, and it scared the shit out of me when I was younger. Ah, so you got traumatized. That's what it is. You got traumatized, bro. Aporiki says the future, I wanted Saint Bernard, name it Cujo and black and white. French Bulldog and name it R. Ah, that's sick. That's sick. Aporiki says, and I wouldn't be able to change my pants because I'd be stuck in a car. Cosplazano says, take care, everyone. Frank, see you Wednesday, brother. Yeah, man, take care. All right, everyone, thank you so much. Hollywood Horror Film Club, Ghostface and Michael Myers collectors for joining me here on the live stream again for another episode of Horror Sundays. Today was episode 33. Like I always say, please smash the like and subscribe button. It really helps us out a lot in the algorithm. Smash the bell notification to be notified when I go live or upload new videos here on the channel. Hit the comments below. Share these videos with everyone you know so we can keep making more horror content here on the channel. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram for more horror content, link down in the description of this live. If you'd like to leave a donation of the channel, you know, sometimes we run out of fake blood, prosthetics, and props for our movies. Cash App link also down below. If not, just keep smashing the thumbs up, y'all. If not, just keep smashing the thumbs up, y'all. And tomorrow I have a new video dropping. My review for the Halloween 1978 Michael Myers knife. Dropping at 6 p.m. West Coast time, so check out for that. And I'll see you guys Horror Talk Wednesdays. Later on, everyone.